Amen. Good morning again, my gentle people. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a fantastic morning. All right, good to see you all. We saw each other not so long ago as I was picking up a little nicks and knacks. Yeah, we saw each other, and I'm glad I could see you all again. People, let me tell you all, today, yeah, we're going to continue reading the Bible. And before we finish the Bible, our Winsome there. Where is Sister Winsome? Winsome, bring yourself to us here. You understand me? You need some God in your soul. If Sister Winsome ever here, you know nobody tell her say my sister here. Yard Foods is in the place. Happy Friday to you, Yard Foods. Happy Friday to you, my darling sister. How are you doing? So good to see you. Yard Foods is in the place. Yard Foods is in the place. And you all know when you come on my live, as long as I am home, you get watch hours. Free watch hours. Me give away every day I come live. I give away free watch hours because honestly, there is absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get to every single person who I would love to support. So when you know flashing on my mind, me go on a channel. When me see you comment on somebody else's channel, me jog my memory to go back to your channel and check it out and go watch a video. Yeah, and when me see you know on my lives, yeah, that's when me say, oh yeah, long time I don't see Yard Foods. Let me just go on over there, go look for her and show her some love. Cause we have to share up with self, we have to share up with self. And the more people all the people who support us, there's no way we can get back to all of them. But Yard Foods, you are the best Yard Foods. All right. So you always there right on the top of my list. Yeah, Yard Foods, this right here, up on this. Let me see if I watch out all everything and stuff. Everything what in a red means say it watch already on the device here. All right, so all of that is red for Yard Foods. This one I want to say Yard Foods. Yard Foods. All right, all of that red. Yard Foods. When me run Yard Foods, I don't know normally no. All right, everything. Welcome to last second bake sale. All right. Okay, so Yard Foods, you. All right, Yard Foods is running on one device right there. So who else is in the place? Who that there? Ricky with the good carrot juice. That Ricky, what's up? How are you doing? Oh, you're just passing through. My day is going great, my love. My day is going great. It's so good to see you. So good to see you, my love. Then this is Ricky. Ricky is in the place, so Ricky gets the next device. Yeah, the next device is for Ricky Live 365. Seeing this so? All right, so Ricky, you next gonna get some. Let me show you some love here, Ricky. Ricky playlist there. Ricky playlist. Ricky gets Ricky playlist 122. I'm supposed to watch out the 122 here already. Oh, me not watch them off it too. Me there making watermelon ginger drinks. All right, are you that Ricky? I make your watermelon. Watch out, me turn this down. I make your watermelon ginger drinks. All right, see this so? Are you that? You are welcome, my love. You are welcome, my dear. I have one more device left. Anybody else who come in the live who is a content creator, get some watch hours today. All right, guys. But really, what we come here to do this morning, now we come here to come read the Bible. Yeah, we come here to come read the Bible, guys. Remember that we are on a quest to read the Bible from beginning to end. We are currently on the book of 1st Chronicles, and even though the book of 1st Chronicles is showing us a lot of the genealogy of the people, which is rather important because a lot of the people in the Bible have the same names, and so we needed the clarification as to who the Bible is talking about. When you talk about Jonathan, the first person we think about is Saul's son Jonathan, but there are several different Jonathans in the Bible. We notice the Bible talk about Kish. We realize that there are several different people in the Bible named Kish. So we have to. Oh, what is going on? So so I guess that is what made the Bible so long, because they have to explain everything and repeat. It's very repetitive. And each time a story is repeated, it seems like the story gets distorted a little bit. we have we have noticed that. And also when they are using the short forms of people's name, oftentimes they don't say it is a short form. They are using the people of the people's names. So with those little minor details that we have found, we are still on a quest to continue reading the Bible from the beginning to the end. For those of you who are just joining us, just discovering my channel, just coming into my channel, we do just about everything over here. Whatever I do, you see. Um, you all keep me company, you all keep me sane, and I appreciate and I appreciate it very, very, very much. Now, um, for those of you who expect to come in and get like a full-blown religious conviction, that's not what we do over here. We are not of any particular denomination or any particular religion. We endorse none. What we are trying to do is just to read the Bible for ourselves so that we can familiarize ourselves with the stories that are in there, the people that are in there. And most of all, we need to determine whether or not the contents are relevant to our lives today, and whatever contents are and whatever are not. Ricky said, Trevor, have a great day. Bless up yard food and then back to work. Trevor, I'm close to 40 mangoes. Lord Jesus. Mr. Ricky. Ricky, may I come? I'm going to text you up on Insta. Yeah, may I text you up on Insta and tell you. And tell you when may I come that side there. As so much mango you want to eat, Ricky? Mighty God of Daniel. Ah, oh my God. Well, me no mind. Me no mind. I don't mind at all. All right. We take the seeds. That's good. So welcome into the live, everybody. Welcome into the live. Thank you all so much for coming. This morning we are going to read the book of 1st Chronicles chapters 25 and 26. For those of you who weren't here yesterday we read 23 and 24. There was a lot of genealogy in there, but also we had also read about the lineage of Moses. And from that, we learned that Moses was, in fact, a descendant of Levi. And it made me wonder, I didn't get a chance to look it up, but it made me wonder, um, was that why Moses said the Levites were the ones responsible for the tabernacle and that they wouldn't get any inheritance, but everybody else had to give them some of what they got? You all remember when we were reading in the book of Leviticus, I think it was Leviticus or Numbers, where when Moses was distributing the land to the children of Israel, and he was saying the Levites get no inheritance, but he was also encouraging the other people who were getting land to share with the Levites. So it made me think of Brother Nancy. For those of you who are here, who are Jamaicans, we have this Brother Nancy folklore, where Brother Nancy was always so clever. Remember, Brother Nancy would have 3 bananas, and there were 4 of them, and he had to share the 3 bananas amongst the 4 of them. And what he would do, he would say, I don't want any. Each of you get one. So the other 3 people with him would get 1 banana, and then he would ask each of them for half of their banana, and he would end up with a whole 1.5 banana, while everybody else got a half a banana. And so it made me think of Brother Nancy when I thought of how Moses had said the Levites weren't to get anything, but after he had distributed the lands and stuff, he wanted everybody who got land to share with the Levites. Well, in the Chronicles, I discovered that Moses was in fact a descendant of Levi. And it also spoke about the sons of Aaron and how and what their contribution was to Jerusalem. Now, today we are going to continue reading. We are going to continue reading 1 Chronicles chapters 25 and 26. So follow along with me, by my people, with your book Bible or your Google Bible, and let us see what else we can learn today about the children of Israel and how they had to rebuild Jerusalem. At this point, David is getting a whooping. Remember that David had counted, he sort of ran a census. David ran a census on the children of Israel. He told all his men, all his chief men and stuff, he wanted the children of Israel to be numbered. And back in Exodus, God had told him, don't ever number the children of Israel. Do not count them. No pick up no census, no count them. And then we saw where it says Satan tempt him in 1 Chronicles chapter 21. It said that Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David. That means that Satan tempted David to count the children of Israel, even though David knew from the conversation he had with the Lord that he should not. It was sort of an abomination for him to pick up a census and count the children of Israel. And he followed Satan and sent out the chiefs to go count the children of Israel. And only one of his chief's men stood up to him and said, but king, but my lord, we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. And that was Joab. I remember Joab was one of the 3 men who were David considered to be his right hand men. And Joab stood up to him and said, no, we're not supposed to do that. But because David was the king, David's words prevailed. And so they numbered the children. They numbered the children of Israel. And God was angry. He was angry with David. And he sent the angel to destroy Jerusalem. All right, who is that? Is that Monea? Monea is in the place. Good morning, Monea. How are you doing? So good to see you, my dear. So good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome into the live, Monea. Thank you so much for coming. So now I have 3 content creators in the chat. I have 3 content creators in the chat, and so Monea gets this 3rd device for the morning. Yeah. Monea gets this 3rd device. If it would only turn on. Come on, thing. It didn't have any charge, so it's probably, I left it off the charger last night, so it doesn't have any charge. So we're gonna let it charge up a little bit, and then we will turn it Then we will turn it on and Monea will get some watch hours this morning. All right, let us start the reading. For those of you who are just coming, we're reading from 1 Chronicles chapter 25 and 26 today. Moreover, David and the captains of the host separated to the service of the sons of Asaph and of Heman and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals. And the number of the workmen according to their service was of the sons of Asaph, Zakur, and Joseph, and Nethaniah, and Azarela, the sons of Asaph, under the hands of Asaph, which prophesied according to the order of the king. Yard foods, watch yourself now, yard foods, man. Chapter, let us continue. Verse 3. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun were Gedaliah, and Zeri, and Jeshiah, Ashabiah, and Metheriah. 6 there were, under the hands of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with a harp to give thanks and to praise the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Nathaniah, Uziel, Shebuel, and Jerimoth, Hananiah, Hanani. There was Ananiah and Hanani. Eliathah, Gidalti, and Romamti-Ezer. What a name. Josh Bekasha, Malothai, Hother, and Mahazioth. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer, in the words of God, to lift up the horn. And God gave to Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. So Heman was one of the king's seers. So that was one of David's seer. And remember, yesterday or the day before, we also read about David having another seer. Remember, David had another seer that was called Gad, G-A-D. He was a seer as well. And God had shown him, after David had picked up the census, God has sent God to tell David to pick which 3 curse he want to come down, to give him a choice of 3 curses. He was supposed to pick one that he wanted to come down on Jerusalem for his disobedience. And in the end, he ended up picking the pestilence, and the pestilence came down on Jerusalem, and the Lord sent an angel of death over Jerusalem, and the angel of death killed 7,000 people. 7,000 people. And pestilence was all over the people. And when the Lord saw all that the angel of death was doing, when the angel of death got to the they call it the threshing floor. That means like you get to the gate of somebody's house or somebody's property, they call it the threshing floor. When he got to the threshing floor of a man called Onan, the Lord stopped him to say, look at me, give an inch and take a mile. The Lord stopped him from the slaughter that he was doing. Teresa is in the house. Blessings to you, Teresa. How are you doing? So good to see you, my darling. So good to see you. I hope you're having a great Friday, Teresa. All right, we are going to continue. We are on to verse 6. All these were under the hands of their father for a song in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, psalteries, and harps, for the service of the house of God, according to the king's order, to Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman. So the number of them with their brethren that were instituted in the songs of the Lord, even at that were cunning with 288. And they cast lots, ward against ward, as well the small as the great, the teacher as the scholar. Who that said Trevor, I'm back with you? Somebody said Trevor, I'm back with you, but me not say who. Oh, Trevor, I'm back with you. My phone battery die. As long as I know you, we good. You tear to the people and I complain. Me come out of the store now, man. Me dey home now. Me reach home. Okay, wonderful, 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 my love. Let me see if the iPad come on. Let me see if the iPad come on. So I can give. Let me see if it come on. Let me come on there so I can give money some time. All right, let us continue. Verse 9. Now the first lot came for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah, who with his brethren and sons were 12. The third to Zachar, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The fourth to Israel, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The sixth to Bukiah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. Everybody at 12? 12 children, really? The seventh to Jeshariah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The eighth to Jeshaliah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. 12 is the magic number. The ninth to Mattaniah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 10th to Shemai, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 11th to Azareel, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 13th to Shebael, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. What's up with this? What's up with this? The 14th to Methathiah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 15th to Jeremoth, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 16th to Ananiah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 17th to Joshbekasha, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. Wow. The 18th to Hanani, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 19th to Malothi, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 20th to Eliathah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 1 and 20th, that means the 21st, to Hothir, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 22nd one was Gidalti, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. The 23rd one was Mahaziah, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. What's up with that? Every single one of them had 12 children. He, his sons, and his brethren amounted to 12. Something to write yourself. Verse 31, the 24th to Romantiezer, he, his sons, and his brethren were 12. Wow, so everybody have 12. 12 children. Top of the morning to you, Teresa. Michael said a new video drop. All right, Michael said new video drop. All right, and as I am reading, guys, as I am reading, I'm going to sneak a little. I'm going to sneak a little quiz as we move along. As we move along, we're going to sneak in a few quiz questions in the live. Yes, one can answer the question then. Yeah, so y'all will have something to think about while we are reading. All right, the first question is going to be Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Who was their father? Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Who was their father? All right. Put it in the chat, my friends. We are going to continue with the reading. Now we are on to chapter 26 of the book of 1 Chronicles. Concerning the divisions of the porters of the Korhites was Meshelemiah, the son of Kor, of the sons of Asaph. And the sons of Meshelemiah were Zechariah the firstborn, Jejael the second, Zebadiah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Elional the seventh. Moreover, the sons of Obed Edom were Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, and Sakar the fourth, and Nathaniel the fifth. Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Peuthal the eighth, for God blessed him. Also unto Shemaliah his son were sons born, that ruled throughout the house of their father, for they were mighty men of valor. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, and Raphael, and Obed, Elzabad, whose brethren were strong men, Elihu and Semachiah. All right, let us continue. All these of the sons of Obed Edom, they and their sons and their brethren, able men for strength for the service, were 62 of Obed Edom. We are working on a question here, guys. Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. Who was their father? And Kad is in the house, and Kad says Levi. Yes, yes, Kad. Levi was their father. All right. Let me give you another one so you can mull on it while I continue to read. Next question. Name the seer who told David about the three choices that God was giving him as punishment for counting the children of Israel. Name the seer who told David about the punishment that God was preparing for him for having counted the children of Israel. While you all mull on that, we are going to continue the reading. And Meshelemiah had sons and brethren, strong men. They were 18. Also, Hosa of the children of Merari had sons, Simri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, yet his father made him the chief. Maybe it was for one of his concubines that he loved more than he loved his wife. Who knows? Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth, all the sons and brethren of Isaiah were 13. Among these were the divisions of the porters, even among the chief men, having wards one against another, to minister in the house of the Lord. And they cast lots, as well the small as the great, according to the house of their fathers, for every gate. And the lot eastward fell to Shelemiah. Then for Zechariah his son, a wise counselor. They cast lots, and his lot came out northward. To Obed Edom, southward, and to his sons, the house of Asupim. To Shuppim and Oza, the lot came forth westward with the gate Shaleketh by the causeway of the going up, ward against ward. All right, guys, you have a question there to answer. What was the name of the seer who brought to David the three choices of his punishment for having counted the children of Israel? And Gad got it right again. And that was Gad, Gad, God. Okay, let us continue. Let us continue. Verse 15, not verse 15, verse 17. Eastward were 6 Levites, northward four a day, southward 4 a day, and towards Asupim 2 and 2. At Parbar westward 4 of the causeway, and 2 at Parbar. These are the divisions of the porters among the sons of Kor, and among the sons of Merari. And of the Levites, Ahijah was over the treasures of the house of God, and over the treasures of the dedicated things. Let me give you all another quiz. Another quiz for you to think about while we read. Listen to this. Who is missing? Now you're going to give me 2 names that are missing out of this lineup. Who is missing? We have Boaz, then somebody's missing right there. Then we have Jesse, then somebody is missing right there. And then we have Adonijah. Now, can you find the name of the 2 people who are missing right there? Now, these are descendants, fathers, and sons. So tell me who is missing. There is Boaz. Find out who is missing right there, Boaz's son. Then there is Jesse. Find out who is missing there, because the person who is missing is the father of Adonijah. So if you can go ahead and give me that answer in the chat, please, so that we can continue with the study. Verse 21. As concerning the sons of Ladan, the sons of the Gershonite Ladan, chief fathers even of Ladan the Gershonite, were Jael. The sons of Jael were Zetham and Joel his brother, which were over the treasures of the house of the Lord. Of the Amramites, and the Isharites, the Hebronites. Mighty God of Daniel. Yeah, they were on the people, hold on. All right, lovely people, I am back. I had to take that call there from my dear sister. So here I am. I am back. We are going to continue with the reading. I gave you all a question before we went off. I wanted you to find the missing children here. There was Boaz, then one person is missing, and then we have Jesse, then one person is missing, and then we have Adonijah. So these are fathers and sons. So you find the one that is missing. And let us continue with the reading. We are on to 1 Chronicles chapter 26 and verse 21. As concerning the sons of Ladon, the sons of the Gershonite Ladon, chief fathers, even of Ladon, the Gershonite, were Jael. The sons of Jael, Zetham, and Joel his brother, which were over the treasures of the house of the Lord, of the Amramites, and the Itharites, the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites, and Jebuel, the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was ruler of the treasures. All right? Was ruler of the treasures. All right, let me write that. Shebuel, the son of Gershom, the son of Moses. So Moses had a son called Gershom, and Gershom had a son called Shebuel, Shebuel. Okay. And his brethren by Eleazar, Rehabiah his son, and Jeshiah his son, and Joram his son, and Zikri his son, and Shelomith his son, with which Shelomith and his brethren were all over all the treasures of the dedicated things, which David the king, and the chief fathers, the captains over thousands and hundreds, and the captains of the host, had dedicated. Out of the spoils, one in battles, did they dedicate to maintain the house of the Lord. And all that Samuel the seer, and Saul the son of Kish, and Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, and whosoever had dedicated anything, it was under the hand of Shelomith and his brethren. Cad says, Obed and David. Yes, Cad. Obed and David. Very good. So Obed was the son of Boaz, and Jesse was the son of Obed. David was the son of Jesse, and Adonijah was the son of David. Very good. Let me give you another one to mull over while I continue reading. Next quiz. Who tempted David to count Israel? Who tempted David? Morning, Ezrina. How are you doing, my love? So good to see you. Welcome into live. Hope you're having a great Friday morning. Question: who tempted David to count the children of Israel? Verse 29. Of the Israelites, Shenaniah and his sons were for the outward business over Israel, for officers and judges. And of the Hebronites, Ashabiah and his brethren, men of valor, 1,700, were officers among them of Israel on this side of Jordan, westward in all the business of the Lord and in the service of the king. Verse 31, among the Hebronites were Jerijah, the chief, even among the Hebronites, according to the generation of his fathers. In the 40th year of the reign of David, they were sought for, and there were found among them mighty men of valor at Jazer of Gilead. Verse 32, and this is the last verse of chapter 26. And his brethren, men of valor, were 2,700 chief fathers, whom King David made rulers over the Reubenites and Gadites and the half tribe of Manassites for every matter pertaining to God and affairs of the king. Okay? Okay, Card says Satan. Yes, Card. Satan. Satan was the one who tempted David to count the children of Israel, and David fell for it. David fell for it, and he counted the children of Israel, and for that he was met with the wrath of God. Okay? And God sent the angel of death over Jerusalem, and the angel of death struck 7,000 men. 7,000 men the angel of death struck. Okay? All righty. So that right there is the end of chapter 26. And that brings us to the end of this reading for this morning. I don't see him being met with the rock of God, because it's the other people who suffer for his disobedience. You know, it's true. It's true, God. That is true. Because him was the one who disobeyed. He was the disobedient one. The pestilence come on the people. The people them get struck. 7,000 people get struck. What was his punishment? You know what was his punishment, God? According to the reading, what I believe was his punishment was that he was not going to be allowed to build the temple of the Lord. That, I believe, was his punishment. He was not going to be allowed to build the temple. The Lord said, you know why you build nothing for me? Because you shed too much blood. You shed too much blood, so I know why you build nothing for me. So that was David's punishment. And the other people who had nothing to do with David disobeying God, them was the one who gets struck. Them was the one who got struck down by the death angel. And David lived a long, long life. His days got to be rightened. Yeah. So I think that was his. You agree with me, Carl? That was his punishment. Because the Lord said David was a good man. He said the only bad thing David had done was what David did to Uriah to take Uriah's wife. That was the only bad thing. And then he says over here, so in the Chronicles, he said, him now met David. He's not going to allow David to be the one to build him the temple. To build him the temple, because David shed too much blood. So the unalive of those people were credited to his hand. I bet to David hand. I don't know. The Lord just say he sent the angel of, as according to the Bible said the Lord sent the angel of death come, and he sent the pestilence come because of David's transgressions. And David was not allowed to build the ark, to build the temple, the covenant. David was not allowed to build the temple because the Lord said David shed too much blood. So I'm gonna make sure say David not build the temple. Solomon build the temple. Okay. So he unalive. Yes, God. But you're going like a surprise. Now peer unaliving we've been reading about all this time. Peer unaliving. That's all. That's the common theme here. That's the common theme, is to unalive anybody who offends. Okay? All right. So, Card, you got all four of the questions, right? I want the people in the chat are learning. You have to read. Read with me. You have to read the Bible. Read the Bible with me so that when I ask the questions, you can be right on time to answer them. You can remember where to go find those questions, those the answer for those questions. God says, I guess. Let me see what God says here. So, God says, I guess he's disobedient because God to send the angel to wipe out the peoples. So those lies were on him. Those lies, yeah, I believe those lies should be on him. And I wonder why. If the people had nothing to do with it, why the people ended up paying with their lives for his transgressions? I don't understand why that would happen, and why he was being preserved while he did all of this crap that he was doing. I don't know. God said, I guess he's disobedient because God to send the. Okay, I read that already. Right, guys. So I am not sure, but that was the punishment for David. David was not allowed to build the tabernacle. That would be left over for his son who succeeded him, and that was Solomon. So, guys, that is where we are going to end the reading for this morning. I hope you all enjoy the reading as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. For those of you who have been following your book Bible and your Google Bible, I sincerely appreciate you. Those of you who've been in the chat, thank you so much. Thank you sincerely. Yard Foods is getting one right here, so Ricky is getting one right over there, so and Monea is getting run right here. Okay, so I want to say thanks to you guys again for coming into the live. I appreciate you all. I hope you all have yourselves a great Jojo. I hope they all have themselves a great Friday, guys. Auntie Trev is going to take a nap right now because you all know that I'm just coming home from work. So I'm going to be taking a nap and we will talk. Okay. Watch out. Oh Lord Jesus, but I didn't realize. I didn't realize. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, Desiree. Oh my God. Have yourselves a great day, everybody, and I will see you all later. I will see you all later when I wake up. All right? All right, guys. I'll see you all later. Oh my God, that's